began what we call online sale of nursing training forms because we realized that some plus people have been printing this form that have been selling. So we decided to go online. And just last year, we realized that the sale of our online coding and training schools went down or had gone down. So we decided to put some measures in place. So we asked YouGraphic to advertise for people to go back to their various schools to receive what we call receipts after buying the forms. Even though they have this generated receipts on generated receipt by the computer, we said they should go for government receipts to be able to identify who bought the form from the school and who did not. Until our 2 days or last week, we got a report from REACH. We had one school there. We have one school called Anesthetic School, and a lady there came complaining that a form was brought to the school with his or her name on it, but she did not sell that form. So our investigation really proved that there was a guy in the IT department who was generating this code. He alone has generated about 115. That is what we were able to apprehend at the time. But we realized that this has been going on in almost all the regions. We have a lot of forms, because apparently we got a report from the principal that they receive forms that are not that of ours. So they suspected that these forms are being generated by entrepreneurs in society. So when we arrested this guy, we had to hand him over to the police last week, and were told on Friday, to our amazement, that they were granted bail, because the police told us that they have they've been told that there is one accomplice in Tema, so they went to Tema to pick him up. Apparently, he received the forms and then sell out to the students or as applicants who may want to go to the nursing school. We were surprised to see this, and very, very much surprised when we heard that they were granted bail. They were not processed for court. This morning, when we inquired from the police, we were told that they were going to process them for court by tomorrow. So if that is done, it means that some more personnel or some more people will be picked to also answer questions why this is ongoing in the country. So it is similar to what is happening in other sectors. Recently we heard that the police admission were faked. People had to go through this through some process until when such time that they got to the school that they realized that it wasn't true. So yes, Ministry of Health is also losing millions of cedis to these people, and we want to use this opportunity to announce to applicants who may be swayed by these guys, who will, because in our advert we mentioned clearly that they should go to the schools to buy the forms. Those who bought the forms from people in the advance, we hear they were selling it in the advance at cafes. We are telling them that those forms are not supposed to be sold in cafes. They are not supposed to be sold in vans, but rather in the nursing training schools across the country. Those who did not go through that process but got theirs from cafe can report to the police, so that whoever they bought those forms for, they will be picked for proper questioning by the security agency.
Okay, and how much is the form?
The form is 80 Ghana, and then the envelope that you have to also buy and post in your application is 20 Ghana.
So you pay 100 Ghana. But do you know how much the fake ones or the imitations cost?
No, they also cost the same.
The same.
Yeah, that is the surprise I got when I learned that they bought. But the guy at the REACH hospital, he sends the forms to an outlet. He's created an outlet. That person sold the form and sent the money to him. As to how much monies is being parted to the guy who sold the form, that I wouldn't be able to tell. But it is a deal between them, and I believe that the guy who sells the form is just a center for those guys to generate the code money to sell. And we bought this server, was procured by the ministry at a very high cost.
Okay.
Thinking
How much was it?
Yes, I would get the right figure for you before you leave.
When was it? When did you
procured
acquire?
in the last 2 years. Yeah, when we started this online process.
Okay.